Hello and welcome. So my name's Emma McNally and I run a company called Achieve Your Greatness, and we're a neuro-linguistic programming NLP training company. And today, Elizabeth and myself are going to be sharing with you the NLP spelling strategy. Over to you, Elizabeth.
So yes, hi, welcome. I am Elizabeth and I run Next Step Learning. Now, Next Step Learning has been in being now for over 10 years. And prior to that, I was working in education for about 20 years. So for over 30 years, I've been using this strategy in real time with real learners. And it's massively effective for whether you are working for yourself, whether you are teaching in a classroom, whether you're teaching your own children, it really doesn't matter. I've been working one-to-one now with English language students, and I embed this into every single student's lessons, and every single one of them has achieved the learning through this process and have gone on to use it. So I really am a strong advocate of the NLP learning strategy.
Amazing. Thank you, Elizabeth. So what is it? So it was created by Robert Dilts way back in the 80s, and he modeled um, basically people who could spell really, really well. And he was curious. So how do they spell so well? What are they doing? And in NLP, what a strategy is where we break down an activity into its tiny component parts. And there's a logical sequence. And he looked and he found out how these people that were exceptional at spelling did how were able to do that spelling so well. So what he found was that those people that spelt less well, they either accessed their auditory, so they spelt it out phonetically, or even kinesthetic, the feelings when they were trying to spell. Okay. Um, Me personally, I used to do that. It would be a negative feeling of like, oh my goodness, I don't know how to spell that. Yeah. So what he found though was those people that spelt really, really well access their visual repertoire. So their eyes went up and accessed where they stored pictures and images. And it was those people that spelt really, really well. So they've done some research on this. For those of you who might be interested in the research that backs it up, they did an experiment at the University of Utah, and they had a control group, and those that did auditory in terms of their spelling, and those that were visual used the NLP visual spelling strategy. So those that use the NLP strategy improved by 20 to 25%. Okay. And they had almost 100% retention, which is pretty phenomenal, right? Those that use the auditory, they did improve. They improved by 15%. However, the retention dropped off by 5%. And then they ran another study, and this was in New Brunswick in Canada. Again, another university study. And the visual learners, i.e. the NLP strategy that we're going to be teaching you any minute now, improved by 20 to 25% with almost 100% retention. But those that use the kinesthetic, so that's what I was mentioning earlier, the feelings, they actually got worse by 15%. So as you can see, this strategy is really useful, okay? What I would say is it's one of those strategies that you need to, once you've learned it and you teach your child or yourself how to do it, what I would say is you do need to practice it and you need to use it for every word. Okay, so that is, one of the things to think about when you're going to be doing the strategy. So I'm now going to pass over to you, Elizabeth, and if you could, go through exactly what that strategy is, please.
Yeah, I love teaching this. I love the moment that recognition of wow, I can spell. And of course, in schools, in mainstream school, the way we're taught to teach spelling is to look, say, cover, write, and that does access the kinesthetic brain because we are looking down. This one, we're doing the complete opposite. We are looking up into that amazing visual brain. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to access the visual cortex and learn to spell through pictures. Okay.
That's amazing.
So the
Love it.
first thing for you, Emma, is to access your happy place. So we are
Okay.
going, this is now the start of the spelling strategy. So if you want to, if you're watching this again, just take a note of where the timer is, because this is the spelling strategy. Okay. So Emma, the first thing that we want you to do is to access your happy place, because we always learn better when we're in our happy place.
Okay.
So on a scale of 0 to 10, as a very happy lady, generally,
Yes.
what score would you give yourself right now out of 10, with 10 being the happiest place, the best place?
Probably about an 8. Yeah.
I thought you would say that. Now, for the purposes of this, 8 is excellent, and you can definitely go ahead with an 8. But because we're teaching it, we want to get you a little bit higher, okay?
Perfect.
So I'd like you to think of a place where, or time, your happy place, where you've been, where you like to be. So access that place where you really feel at your best, and let me know when you're in that happy place.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Now, with that happy place, are you seeing yourself in it, or are you physically in it?
I'm physically in it,
You're
actually.
physically in it. Okay, fantastic. So in that happy place, I'd like you to take the colours a little bit brighter, a little bit clearer, like zooming that camera, getting that camera absolutely right. Really notice all the colours and the images around you.
Okay.
And now I'd like you to hear. And if there are no sounds, enjoy the silence. And what sounds there are, make them clearer and louder, and enjoy them. And then notice what you feel. Whether they're feelings on the outside, so the air, the warmth, or whether they're on the inside, the emotional response, that happy feeling we get inside. And turn those feelings up. Be very aware of everything you feel, everything you hear, everything you see. That's it. And on a scale of 0 to 10, how great are you feeling right now, with 10
Oh,
being the
I'm at a 10.
best?
I'm there.
That's
Absolutely
wonderful.
fabulous. Thank
That's
you.
wonderful. Well done. Okay, so before we started this recording, we went through some words that Emma found less easy to spell, and she assured me she was a very good speller, and that she was fine. She couldn't think of one. So, being an English language teacher, I went for the word onomatopoeia. Okay, and Emma assured me that that was fine because she can spell that phonetically. And remember, we were talking earlier about the phonetic spellers, and as a phonetic speller, Emma, how do you spell onomatopoeia?
Okay. So do you want me to write it up, or should I
I would
just...
love you to write it down.
Okay. Righty ho. So phonetically, O-N-A on a mat a P-I-E-R. On a mat a pier.
Fantastic. You have got that brilliantly wrong, so thank you.
Slightly harsh.
Slightly. And I mean, it's a terrific example of what we're talking about with the phonetic. And what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of that. So if you'd like to flip your flip chart, we'll get rid of that and we'll get cracking on this wonderful spelling strategy.
Okay.
So the actual correct spelling of onomatopoeia is O-N O-M A-T O, onomato, that's it. And then it's P, here's the great bit, O-E-I-A.
O-E-I-A.
There you go.
Ooh.
How does that look to you?
Wow. Okay.
Now, just so you know, when you're watching this, I didn't show Emma the correct spelling. This is the first time
Okay.
Emma has seen the correct spelling of onomatopoeia. So I'm just just taking a look to see how that's working for Emma and how she's processing that.
Okay.
Does that look right? Does that look good? Or does that look weird?
That looks weird, but yeah, I'm trusting that it's
Right.
right. Okay.
How many vowels can you get in one word? It's like that beautiful name Aoife, isn't it? That beautiful Irish
Absolutely.
name Aoife. All the vowels. So yeah, you got all the vowels in there. So it's
Cool.
great. So that's the one we're going to work with.
Perfect.
Now, ideally, I would be boxing these off, but because you've got the chart and we're on video, you're doing it. So what I'd like you to do, we're going to chunk it. Okay.
Okay.
Now you can chunk it phonetically, as in syllables, or you can chunk it into patterns. I'm going
Right.
to chunk this one into patterns.
Okay.
Okay. So the first pattern I would like is ono, O-N-O. If you could pop that in a little box for me.
Oh no.
Fabulous.
Okay.
Fabulous. Now, if you could look at me, look straight to camera. What we want to do is we want to access the visual cortex. And because we are on camera, it could be up and left, or it could be up and right. My left may be different from your left. So
Yeah.
my left is here. Okay, so when I'm indicating here, this is up and left. Okay, that's how we access the visual cortex. Just for a point of reference, some people are reversed organized, so it may be up and right. So be aware of that. You want to see where the person's eyes are going for the process of this. And if you're doing it to a class, always go for the up and left, because that's the majority, and be aware and notice those who are finding it less easy and know that you need to direct them up and right.
Okay.
Now, Emma is a reversed organised person. However, for the purposes of this, we're going to go up and left to
Yep.
see how brilliantly she does. Okay, so even with a reversed organised, we could be successful and frequently are successful with the up and left, because it is such a powerful strategy. So Emma, if I can invite you to keep your head straight to camera
Mm-hmm.
and your eyes only to go up and left to whichever your left is.
Yep.
Fantastic. That's perfect. Your head is in perfect position and your eyes are up and left. So if you could look back to me, thank you. I'd like you to take the letters O-N-O, ono,
Yep.
and take those eyes only up and left and pop them in a little box. Could be a big box. It's your
Mm-hmm.
box.
Yep.
What size and shape is your box?
It's a rectangle. Um, yeah, and it's just a round. It's very similar to on the flip chart actually. So that little box with the ONO written in.
And what colour is it? Keep looking up there, please.
Um, it's actually black and white, but I would like to. Can I change the color of it?
I'd love you to change it. You
Okay, so I
hold
want to
on.
put a background of yellow so that the ONO pops out a little bit more. So yeah,
That's it. Well done. Well done. And
okay.
the letters are
ONO.
O and O, and that's a yellow background.
Yeah.
Fabulous. I'm just making a note of that. Just so you know, if you want to make a note of it, it's useful. So
Okay.
no, not you. Sorry, I'm talking to the people.
Talking to the audience, sorry.
To you, Emma.
Back to me. Back to me.
Box number 2. I'd
Yep.
like you to take Matto, M-A-T-O.
Okay.
Take those up and left.
Yep.
So place them next to the first box, and the letters in the second box are
MATO.
fantastic. Colour, size and shape, please.
So again, it's similar box, but they're actually sitting on a mat. So
Nice.
you've got a little, one of those yeah, mats that are woven mats that they're sitting on.
Fabulous. And the colour of that woven mat?
It's a brown kind of color. Yeah.
Okay. And the letters, what do the letters look like?
Yeah, they're just written, they're printed actually. MATO.
Fabulous. So the letters in your first box are on your
O-N,
yellow background.
just look across. ONO.
Excellent. Keep your face to me and eyes up and left. That's it. So the first box is
ONO.
second box.
MATO.
Fabulous. So then if you could come back to me, we're going to take the Po.
Okay.
So the letters P-O, take those up next to your second box. So you've now got 3 boxes up there. Your third box has got P-O, PO,
Okay.
and colour, size and shape, please.
So they're yellow, but it's like, you know, the Teletubbies Poe. I don't know whether it's the right one, but it's
Fabulous.
that sort of sign. So for me, that's like a Teletubby kind of the O is like a Teletubby.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Oh, excellent.
Sorry.
I see that was beautifully described as well. Well done. Very visual.
Yeah.
Okay. So your letters in your third box are
P and O.
first box,
O N O.
second box,
MATO.
third box.
PO.
Fabulous. So come back to me and we're going to take the remainder of those alphabets, those vowels, EIA,
EIA.
EIA. Take them up there. That's your fourth box, EIA, and colour, size and shape for ear, EIA.
EIA. Okay. So I'm gonna make them red. So EIA. Yeah. And I'm gonna make the first one yellow, the second one is red, and the third one is blue. EIA.
Yeah.
Okay.
So first box,
Okay, so that's ONO,
second box,
MATO,
third box,
PO,
fourth box.
EIA.
You're brilliant. So now if you'd like to flip your chart over to a blank sheet, and could you now spell the word onomatopoeia, please?
Okay.
Is that right?
ONO, MATO, POEIA. Yes,
Yes.
it is.
Boom.
Awesome.
And that is how you spell onomatopoeia.
That's
Now,
amazing.
it was interesting, Emma, and hopefully people on camera could see it as well. As you were writing that, you were actually looking up at your boxes.
Yes,
And
I
that's
was.
a really important thing to do. Use those boxes. It's not a case of, oh, I can spell it now, and you can just spell it. You've accessed the visual cortex. You've got pictures.
Absolutely.
You've learnt to spell in pictures,
Yeah.
and it works. Okay. If I could just ask you to turn that flip chart over once more. And so, Emma, this is the first time you've been taken through the spelling strategy. We deliberately did it this
Yeah.
way, so
Yes.
it was completely authentic. And I'd just like to ask, do you have any questions in what we've just done? How was that for you?
So that was amazing. That was amazing because my background, I learned those teachers that are watching ITA, and I've always since then struggled with spelling because the letters all seem a little bit muddled. So that was just so clear. The last one took me a little bit longer to get, and that's why I had to change the colors of the letters so that and associate pictures and attach things to them. But yeah, it was amazing, and I think that whole getting into the right state to start with. So feeling good, then doing the visual, and then when you wrote it and looked at it, again having that feeling good at the end was super important. So yeah, that was great. Thank you.
Fantastic. That's brilliant. That's an
Cool.
absolute pleasure. So what I'd like you to do now, just because we can,
Just because we can.
just because we can, and you so are not expecting this because I never told you I was going to do this.
Okay.
Now spell it backwards for me.
Okay. So Oh,
Check it. Tell me if you're happy with that. Go backwards.
oh, that's, yeah, yes.
100%. I know I'm a slippery little one. I'll never tell you until you tell me.
I'm going to just check it through again. So I'm just looking up. So the last box was EIA, so that's AIE, OP for Po, Mato, OT, AM, and then ONO. Yes.
100%?
Yeah, that's an
Yeah.
A, definite. Yeah.
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 You are right.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
that is how powerful the visual imagery is and how important it is and how happy you felt doing it, because you're out of the emotional into the visual and the world opens up. It's a fantastic way of learning to spell. Emma, you are very, very brilliant at your visual accessing. I love it. And I've never had anybody actually write it back to front. So that took me some challenging.
Oh, okay. You didn't mean me to do that. Sorry.
But that's
How
fine.
hilarious.
It worked. And yeah, that's the NLP spelling strategy. Yeah, do get in touch with Emma or myself if we can be of any further help to you.
Absolutely.
Emma, the last word.
Thank you. And just to say, you do have to do it on every single word. Just as it doesn't mean to say now you know that you can spell every single word. Actually, it takes the time, but it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. So thank you so much, Elizabeth, for taking me through that. That was lots of fun. And thank you everybody for watching. And I hope that you found this really useful. And yeah, be in touch with Elizabeth or myself if you want to know anything more about NLP. So thank you. Have a lovely day, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.